That is the Foo Fighters asking for a friend here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. Oh, you like Marvel? You ever heard of Daredevil, dude?
Yeah.
You like video games? You ever heard of Game of the Year winner Expedition 33?
Yeah.
Well, Charlie Cox is a huge proponent of both of these things and a huge part of them. And, of course, he's got a brand new movie just in time for the holiday season with Zooey Deschanel called Merv that is available for you to stream now on Amazon Prime. We're going to talk about that. Charlie Cox, good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you, sir. How are you?
Very good. Thank you very much for spending some time. Congratulations on the release of Merv. It's available now for people to stream on Amazon Prime. There is an old adage in Hollywood that you should never work with children or animals. Was that the case for you on the set of the movie, or was it pretty easy to put together?
I have to say that Gus, the dog who played Merv, was maybe one of the most professional actors I've ever worked with in my life. He was extraordinary. So he was, I've heard that expression. In this case, it was not true. Merv was a delight, more professional than I was, than anyone else.
That's awesome. Hey, Charlie, I have to imagine at this point that you receive a lot of scripts that come across your desk, and rom-coms are one of my favorite genres. It's just, for whatever reason, very comforting to me. But, what is it to you that stands out in a rom-com when you're reading it? It'd be like, you know what, this is a one that I want to get involved in. What was it about it that just like, this is it for me?
Well, for a long time, I've been wanting to kind of try my hand at a different genre. Like you, I love a good rom-com, and I feel like I grew up watching a type of rom-com, a type of family film that I don't see made very often anymore. Really a kind of a film that is enjoyed by the whole family, that has a romantic element to it. A lot of rom-coms now kind of err on the side of kind of crazy and ridiculous, more kind of out-and-out comedies. So I wanted to make something that I could watch with my kids, and that they would enjoy. And Zooey Deschanel is one of in this genre, arguably the GOAT. So I get to learn from the best.
Beautiful. Yeah, Charlie Cox joins us, star of the brand new movie Merv. It is available now on Prime Video. You can check it out and make sure it's a perfect film for the holidays for the entire family. And Charlie, I imagine it must be nice to going back to making films as well. I mean, for a very long time, you have been in the TV world and doing a lot of TV. Was it nice to have like just a place to be and a set to be on for a couple months and enjoy that?
Yeah, it's really fun, and there's definitely something. The art of telling a complete story over 2 hours is a tricky one, but when you do it right, when you get it right, it's such a beautiful way to consume a complete story. So it's a slightly different skill set. It's just as fun as making long form television, especially over the Christmas period, over the holidays. People tend to consume more kind of holiday movies than they do TV, I think.
Yeah, and you mentioned it. There's some holiday action and themes in this movie, and your co-star Zooey, as you mentioned, pretty famous for a particular holiday movie. Did she feel a lot of pressure getting in, because this is the first film she's done that is kind of in that genre as well? Was there any pressure there that you know of for her to make this happen?
Oh, I don't know. I actually don't know. I mean, not that I'm aware of. She also, talks about Elf very fondly, but it was, over 20 years ago, I think. So it's kind of crazy. I mean, it's testament to that movie and to her performance in it, how it has stood the test of time. I mean, we watch it in my household multiple times a year. I would argue it's in the top 5 best Christmas movies of all time.
No doubt. Charlie, there's also no doubt, if you look at your schedule, you're a pretty busy guy. You got a lot of stuff on the agenda, a lot of stuff coming up. How much of it is scheduling? How difficult is it for you to go, okay, I've got this particular amount of time in my schedule. I want to try to make a movie work. Is it difficult to make things like Merv come together for you?
Yeah, it can be. It depends at what point you kind of join you get involved with the project. With Merv, Jessica Swale, our amazing director, was already on board, and we had already started pre-production. Zooey was already attached, and they were just looking for the Russ character. So, I came on board, and within a couple of months we were shooting. So that was quite nice and easy. the biggest thing for me in my life at the moment is making sure that I don't miss too much time with my family, my kids. I have young children and my wife, of course, and I want to just make sure I really get as much time as I possibly can with them at home. And so that's really the scheduling.
During Merv here, the first thing you'll realize is like, hey, here's Charlie Cox, and here's his natural speaking voice. You don't have to logjam in there an accent. Is that a nice aspect of getting to play a role where you don't have to do that?
Yeah, it is. Well, there's, it depends how you look at it. So yes, for me in this instance, it was really fun to not have another thing to think about. But the wonderful thing about doing accents is they really make you feel like a very different person. So it's a really great thing. It's a great tool to have at your disposal where you can just turn on an accent and then, become a different character. It makes you. It not only does it make you feel very different, also people treat you different. The way you speak, how you speak, the accent in which you speak changes how people relate to you, and so that's really fascinating.
Got to give you all the credit in the world when you're picking out Merv as well, Charlie, because you picked a holiday movie with like the perfect balance. You are in the snow for like maybe 20 minutes, and the rest of it you're at a beach in beautiful sunny weather. The production had to be pretty fun to put this together, right?
So I'll tell you something. The whole thing, both the Boston element and the Florida element, was shot in North Carolina, which I love. I had the best time. Wilmington is an amazing city, and I look forward to going back there. But interestingly, the way it worked out, the stuff set on the beach in Florida, we had to shoot very early on in the scheduling, and it was still pretty freezing at that point. It wasn't quite summer yet, so we were very, very cold on the beach. And then we shot the Boston stuff in like mid-June or early July, so we were absolutely baking, like wrapped up in coats and scarves and stuff. So we didn't quite nail it in that regard. But
it's funny you say that, because there's a couple of shots on the beach where the wind is like whipping, and I'm like, man, it looks windy as hell.
Yeah, and I tell you what, running into that ocean was not enjoyable.
You ran out real fast too, so.
Yeah, well, luckily that was in the script, but I didn't take much motivation, I'll tell you that much.
The movie is called Merv. It is streaming now on Amazon Prime. Make sure you check it out. It's perfect for the holiday season. Charlie, thank you very much for making time for us. We appreciate it, sir. It's a privilege to talk to you.
Likewise, thank you so much.
Take care.